We are live, thanks to the power of the internet. Or internets. Whatever. I don't do intros. We're just going to wait for a couple of moments. We're going to load up a game. Cyberpunk, of course. But I might take you on another type of adventure after, depending on how long I stream for. I don't know. So I've been struggling with World of Warcraft as of late. It being like a big grind, and even though I'm not super competitive, I like being able to explore in World of Warcraft, do a bunch of nothing, do battlegrounds, sit around for 10, 15 minutes in between battles, and, do a little fight. I mean, it could take an atrocious amount of time to get geared up. So that's kind of the problem with World of Warcraft. And if it was the only game, hello, Junior D. If it was the only game, it wouldn't be so bad. But it's not the only game. There's always something coming out. There's always something I want to talk about. There's my guitar playing I want to get more serious with. I've been playing guitar for like over a third of a century. But I'm no Slash from Guns N' Roses. You know what I mean? I'm no Kirk Hammett from Metallica. I'm no Steve. Okay, you get the idea. So that's the thing. I should be there, but I'm not there because I procrastinated. I do one thing, another. There's only 24 hours in a day. That's probably one of my most famous quotes ever. There's only 24 hours in a day. 24 hours needs to be canceled. We need 72 fucking hours in a day for me to be able to be fully productive and do all the things I want to do. So that's why WoW stresses me out, because I'll get ahead of the curve. I'll be up to par with everything. And then out of nowhere, Cyberpunk comes out, Watchdog comes out, Spider-Man comes out, Assassin's Creed comes out, Call of Duty comes out, Phoenix Rising comes. Do you see where I'm going with this? It's just too much coming out. Everything's coming out. And then the next thing you know, I don't play WoW for a couple of weeks, a month, maybe 2. And I'm okay with that. But then what ends up happening? I get back into it. I'm 150, everybody's 170, and they're fucking stomping my ass. Then I'll bust my ass. I'll finally get caught up. A bunch of other games come out. I take a little break from WoW. What happens again? It's the treadmill thing. I'm running like a bitch, but I'm going nowhere. You see what I'm saying? So that's a huge thing, because World of Warcraft is supposed to be my bread and butter. Or in this case, my celery stick and hummus, because I'm on Weight Watchers now. I was trying to be funny. So I gotta find some new shit, which finally leads me to my point. Some type of online engaging game that's not as grindy as World of Warcraft. I've been playing Destiny 2. Having some fun with that. But you know what? I started playing on the computer The Division 2, Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Not gonna lie, I really liked that game. I played it on PS4, and I got it on PC a little while ago. I just started the Warlords of New York expansion in The Division 2. So depending on how long I blab for, because I've only been doing it for almost 5 minutes, might dip into that a little bit. That game runs beautiful, beautiful. Ultra 60 frames. It's smooth like avocado butter on a whole grain gluten-free bagel. But yeah. And then I just had this picture in the background as, instead of having, we're going to get to a game there, don't worry. Instead of having that Halloween gothic-y rundown picture, which I quite enjoy, by the way. I don't know if it was a glitch or what, but I bought that Hell's Armor set. And it gave me superior armor. And I'm like, why? I'm not gonna lie. What's he talking about? What game, Junior D, are we talking about? So what do you think of this? What do we think of Kitty Cat there with the turtle? I want to talk to you about two semi-controversial, semi-political things. We're not going to get too... Oh, okay. We're not going to go too deep into it. I don't want to set that tone, but I'm going to be a little selfish. It is my stream. I am known to go out there into left field, into right field, into midfield. Anywhere but where the dude is at the home plate. With his legs open, squatting down. I'm not into that. But don't ask me what that was. It was funny to me in my head, and that's really all that matters. The brain of someone, or someone with the brain, rather, with terrible ADHD. Terrible. Like, I mean, wow. And there's medication for it. Here's the thing, though. That's what I say to them. Oh, you got a stomach upset? Pepto-Bismol. Oh, your back hurts. Robaxacet. Oh, you got a headache? Take Tylenol or Advil. You know what I mean? Oh, you got a bit of a fever. You got... Fucking hell. There's like a pill or a liquid for everything. You know? Anyways. So, two things we're going to talk about that are pretty nasty. We got about 5 or 6 people. We're going to talk about two things really quick. One's political in nature, super quick. And then, but first, this one, then we'll jump into Cyberpunk. It'll load quick because it's on an SSD. And then we'll look at the update a little bit, see what's going on with it. Has it improved? I don't know. And then, like I said, I may play some Division 2. I'm trying to find another game that has some online replayability. You'd think English wasn't my first language, but it isn't, actually. I need something to maybe replace World of Warcraft. That's not as grindy. That's a huge decision if I go there. What do you think of the cat? We got 5 people in the stream. I want some answers down below. Now, was it an accident? No. You see, the aquarium, the glass aquarium, was purposely cut on the side. It's a plexiglass tank. So we've got a tortoise. A tortoise is a turtle and a tortoise hybrid. It's a tortoise. And I saw the lettuce. So turtle was going through my head with tortoise and lettuce, and I went tortoise. So a turtle that eats lettuce is a tortoise. What do you think of that? There's a lot of mixed emotions with this going around on the internet, on the Twitters. People are upset with this picture because it was purposefully done to allow the cat to go in and hang out with the reptile. I want to know. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Remember, no matter what you think, there will always be a following for what you think. Always. There will always be people for you, and there will always be people against you. You cannot win them all. I have mixed feelings on it. We'll start with me. I think it's cool in the sense of, I've said this before in life too. Controversial topics, transphobia, homophobia, whether you're talking about politics, anything like racism. I mean, the big, heavy topics, religion, all the big nasties. You got to do it on a case-by-case basis. I really think you do. If it was a fucking king cobra and a cat, that'd be a different story. If it was a fucking 20-foot anaconda and the dude had a fucking AK-47 just hanging out in the tank for decoration, fully loaded. You see what I'm saying? I'd have an issue with that. This, I'm mixed on. You know what I mean? I'm mixed on it. I'm not angry. I'm not upset. It's not personally something I would do, but I'm not attacking the person who did this. Turtles are underestimated. Yeah, turtles are incredibly smart. I actually have a lot of experience with turtles. This is a weird stream, I know. Wasn't quite... Almost 10 minutes, I swear. I'm just waiting for it to warm up a little bit and we'll get into Cyberpunk. The next topic I talk about, I'll mention it for like 20 seconds, I promise. This thing, I think it's cool in that they're clearly getting along. I have a lot of experience even with snapping turtles. Now, a snapping turtle, I wouldn't do that with just because, it's that potential again, right? Uh, but they can remember you. I've pet full grown snapping turtles. Like, I mean, those big, big motherfuckers. But they were raised from a baby and they've been conditioned. Now, again, you got to draw the line somewhere. What's next? You're going to have a pet lion, a pet tiger, right? So, okay. This is kind of like one of those weird things where it's like better you than me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do it, but given the species of the turtle, I don't see, you know, it being a huge problem. I don't see it being a big problem. Hello, Chin Ten and Nomad. So, anyways, it was just a funny picture I saw. My first initial reaction was, "Oh, that's so cool." That was just like, what's the first thought in your mind? All right, we're done with the turtle and the cat. We're going to talk about something that I saw because I like discussing this stuff. That's why I do this. And it's rare that I do it on a stream. But I'll get to the game soon before everybody leaves. Now, this one's controversial in nature. We're not going to get into too many details. We're not going to get into each person. We're just going to focus on one person specifically. And yeah, you'll see what I mean when I open up the picture. You'll be, "Oh shit, here we go." I'm opening up the can of whoop ass. But it's going to be a quick one. I really do want to see what you think. Now, never mind the people per se. We anybody who knows me like 2% will know what I more or less feel of each person. Now, we already found out who the Time Person of the Year is. That's not even relevant to this. I want you to just take a look at this picture just for a moment, please. We already lost a couple of people. That's okay. Happens all the time. No, it did not fix all the bugs. Absolutely not. Yeah, don't worry. Even though I'm talking about this, feel free to cut me off. That's cool. I'm just kidding. Seriously though, talk to me about Cyberpunk if you want. I'm just rambling on about this because I like doing this kind of stuff. It keeps my brain moving. I don't want to just do like video games. Do you see a problem with this here? I want to see if you can just kind of look at it for a minute. And again, this is kind of like it's not really a social experiment. It's kind of like the turtle thing. This is almost kind of in a weird way similar to the turtle cat picture. At first glance, I was like, "Oh, that's cool. The cat must have gotten in there by accident." I thought it was a cute picture. And then I saw that the person did it on purpose because they cut the side of the tank. And I was like, "Well, I don't think I would have done that." But yeah, it's still cool. They could get along. But that was just like my initial reaction was, "Oh, look at that." Do you see anything off about this picture? Just really quick. I know some people don't want to get political, and that's okay. You personally don't think, I don't know if I would have used George Floyd's picture. Okay, so here's my thing with that. We're all entitled to our opinions. The main thing is this. It's not even so much about the candidates themselves. We're not going to get into how I don't like Trump and how I don't think he should have been on the list to begin with. This is not what this is about. Let's break it down. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom right in. This guy, what's his name? Joe Biden. Hello, Optic Gamer. Almost done. Who's this guy? It's unbelievable. You see what I did there? It was a complete failure, but whatever. This is Donald Trump. His name is there. Joe Biden. His name is there. This is from Fox News, by the way. No, but it doesn't matter who the news, person was. This is Dr. Anthony Fauci, frontline health care worker. He's up there. You know what I'm saying? Wait for it. Wait for it. Apparently, this guy's name is Racial Justice Movement. You see where I'm going with this? Is it just an honest mistake? That's sort of the debate. That's sort of the topic of conversation. There was a whole uproar on Twitter about this. Or sorry, not Fox, it was MSNBC. Again, it's not the candidates. I don't like Trump. Some people may not like George Floyd because, some stuff he did in the past and blah, 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 blah. Okay. That's not even that. Is this a problem? A lot of times, you'll have people, whether they're a victim or not, usually a victim, and like where they're dead is what I mean. And we don't use their name. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people, including me, I was like, for real? You got everybody else's name in there. But let's put, just racial justice movement. Who fucking cares about his name? Just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I thought that was kind of fucked up. Do you see this as being fucked? And I'm almost done, I promise. We've got 8 people in here. I don't want it to dwindle back down to 2. This is not exactly something I know people don't want to talk about all night, and I don't want to talk about it all night. I just wanted to quickly get into it because I do go on Twitter to talk about this kind of stuff, and it's a little bit in my system, and it's almost completely out of my system. Do you think that it's disrespectful, I guess, is the $1 million question, to not even put his name? He's being it's over now, but he was potentially being nominated for Person of the Year. Do you think it's disrespectful to not even have his name? I mean, this guy gets the whole fucking, thing, Dr. Anthony Fauci and all the frontline health cares, Trump, Joe Biden, first, last name, and then just, racial justice movement. I do. Now, the whole whether or not he should have been there, whether or not he should have been there, whether or not he should have been, that's another topic for another day. I won't stress you out with that question today. It was just merely, you know what I mean? About because the world has made a big deal out of this, right? There's been a big deal about this guy, George Floyd. Huge. We don't even need to get into that. You all know what I'm talking about. I think it's an oversight and definitely, disrespectful to not even be able to put his name. Like, we're trying to supposedly remember him. You know what I mean? And it's like, where's his name? I don't know. That's just what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to put him up there, actually put him. That's it. Yeah. Otherwise, it just kind of feels like he's an afterthought. Well, some dude for racial justice movement. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyways, that was pretty much it. It wasn't about, do I think he should be up there? That we already know what I think of that. We don't need to get into that. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't have used the pick. Oh, okay. I thought it's because you didn't like the movement. But again, that's, like I said, that's another story for another day. I don't want to bore people to death with this. It just, I don't know if this will make any sense. But, let me launch the game. How's that? 20 minutes later into the stream. Oops. Took a bit longer than I was expecting. I don't know. It's, I dropped out of high school pretty early on. I don't have a lot of formal education. And for a lot of years, I didn't care about politics. I didn't care about the news. I didn't care about history. I didn't care about school. I dropped out. You know what I mean? I never did my homework. I never did exams. I skipped half my classes.
Good morning, Night City! Yesterday's body count lottery rounded out to a solid and sturdy 30.
And so that's why in the last few years I've gotten more into that kind of shit. Just everything in general. Just trying to be in touch with the world, different aspects of the world, whether it's the news, whether it's, politics, not just video games, whether it's the music world. Just so that I'm not like a middle-aged man that knows abso-fucking-lutely zilch nothing. You know what I mean? Because I used to hate all that stuff. Hey Phil, just wanted to ask what graphics card you have. I like Cyberpunk. I'll answer that in a second. So to finish it off with the political shit, that's why I like doing that. I feel like it challenges me. It forces me to go on the internet and read. My first language isn't English. I mean, I've been speaking it for decades, but I'm just, you know, in all seriousness, I look it up in different languages to kind of keep up with my languages, and I just feel like it keeps me, like, alert, in the loop of things, right? We can disagree on what I believe in. That's not even the point. I don't want my life to just be Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, and that's it, and absolutely nothing else. You know what I mean? Like, I'd feel like my IQ and my brain would fucking shrink if I did that. Alright. I am going to use a trainer temporarily. Who cares? I just want to have fun for now. You know what I mean? I'm all about having fun because I just want to test it. This is the update. Now to start answering some questions. I like Cyberpunk. I like it a lot. I have an RTX 2070 Super, but it's not all about just a graphics card, though. Your CPU, your RAM, is it on an SSD is very, very important. Don't know why people are so on the outs about this game. I like it. Yeah, so, well, again, we won't get too much into it, but there's the politics of this game as well that people aren't impressed with, and that can cause an issue. That can cause some friction. Speaking of politics, we're not going to do that with this game tonight. I might touch on that another day. Because there are things, like I said, that I do like to discuss. I like to see where people stand on things, and maybe sometimes why they feel the way they do. Sometimes there isn't always a reason to why you feel a certain way. You just do. It's like instinct. It just happens. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really digging those outfits. You know what I mean? I can't tell you why I don't. I don't. You know what I mean? I'm proud of you and happy to be part of the... Oh, thank you. Like I said, the political shit, it's gonna drive some people crazy, but unfortunately, I really don't get into it all that much, like, often. That's what I usually keep my Twitter for. But on YouTube, I mean, I still want to talk about it sometimes. If there's something that you're interested in talking about, and it's just driving you nuts inside, and you've got nobody else to talk to about something that you're curious about, I don't see why you shouldn't talk about it. Because remember, no matter what you think about anything in life, there's always going to be at least someone that agrees with you. Right? Always.
Hey. In you go.
Big boy Tyrone. I don't even miss myself. I don't think anybody else misses me, but I don't really miss people, but it's always nice to have some people. Funny how the moment I stopped talking about politics, now I've got 2 digits in the stream, so that's kind of cool. Is there a gentleman's club? Oh, there's a lot of that kind of stuff in here. You have a really nice graphics card. Yeah, I mean, it's a good graphics card, what I have. The rest of my computer's not so nice.
Get you anything?
You know, if you link your GOG, your PSN, your friends, oh, that's cool. I don't play it on... I don't have GOG nor this game on PS4, but thanks for the info. What are we working with here? Something I want to look at is the hair in this game. I wanted to talk about that. Apparently you've got nothing else better to do either. But when you look at that hair, seriously, I'm being serious right now. Just her, like, moving her head around. The hair actually looks natural. Some games,
what do you want, friend?
Like WWE 2K, They can nail some decent graphics in certain departments, but the hair almost look like they're possessed. They have like a mind of their own, and it's just crazy. But then when you look at these, they actually look... actually looks pretty decent.
Can't you see I'm busy?
I'm busy too, fuckface. Even the beard, like all the little lines, like even the graphic of it, I don't know, it just... I'm huge on little details like that. Hair tends to be something a lot of people
Piss
can't...
off, slacker!
I'm
Another
gonna...
fucking weasel.
I swear to God, I'll pull it out. Yeah, I'm impressed by the hair. I'm not jealous. This is all by choice, by the way. You'd get it for Steam too. Oh, okay. You know Squeaky the English. You know Squeaky. Hi, Ella. How's it going? This is not a console. This is this is a regular computer. 7-year-old computer with a fairly recent graphics card. Move out of the way. You see that bullet?
Let me be plain.
See that bullet
Again.
around your neck?
Solve your own problems.
It's gonna go in your
None of
ass.
shit.
Fuck
Sideways.
yourself. Be careful who you bargain with.
I swear to God. Move out of the way there. I will box you the fuck out.
Need a fixer. Got something that can't wait.
I hate
him in.
root AI. This is gonna sound like an asshole thing to do, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Let's keep it English in here. I've got nothing against other languages, but it's just to make it easier and cleaner. I mean, there's only 10 people in here. It's one of those things that generally, in bigger streams, is enforced a lot more.
Not here, not there. Who are you?
Because it's
Name's
clutter
V.
that no one can
And what
understand.
is it you want, V?
All these years, it's really her.
Ah,
Fucking
Keanu
girl,
Reeves.
Just kicking it back on a couch at the afterlife.
Keanu
Don't
Reeves.
mess with her. She's got MRI.
Sorry.
See right through you. Give her the truth.
It's the dude from John Wick and The Matrix and Bill and Ted. Okay.
Pick up the pace.
Hey, shut your mouth.
Need your services. Gotta track a guy down.
Sorry, when AI starts bickering at me and I'm
Anders
trying to
Hellman.
talk and pay attention to the
Hotshot
stream,
engineer. Worked for Arasaka.
Millisec. Anders Hellman.
I'm playing Nomad.
Pinpoint him for me?
Thanks.
Jumping too soon. First, my
Yes,
help's got a price.
Cody.
Second and third, Dexter Deshawn, Jackie Wells, T-Bug. Multiple bells ringing.
So
V.
English
Left a lot
only
of
in the
bodies
chat.
Behind. Death walks in your
Or
wake.
people get timed out.
Chalk
It
that up
sounds
to
dumb,
bad luck.
but...
There's the bitch I know.
Oh,
Ask her about Saka Tower. How they shot me up right in front of her.
Want to go through obits? Really? Fine. Johnny Silverhand. Zeroed inside Arasaka Tower. Before your very eyes. Got more if you want. Or we could just talk.
Got balls on you, boy. Don't like that on everybody, but they seem to suit you.
don't you worry about my
Anyways,
balls.
Feelings be damned, I've always said. This is pure biz. You need my help, so get those eddies ready.
Mm-hmm. See?
Uh-huh. And if I don't have the scratch, it's fuck off and have a nice day?
No, more like come back when you do. Them's the breaks.
Mm-hmm. Then see ya. Soon.
You know where to find me.
She wants 15 G's. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, take a look above my head at the top right corner. Let me know. Do I got the funds to pay this shit? You know what I'm saying? Only in a virtual world am I a high
You're
roller,
wasting
big
my
shot.
time.
You're wasting mine. You will choke on that fucking hair of yours. I'll shove it down your throat. You'll be combing your fucking hair through your ass cheeks.
Should be enough.
Mm-hmm. Come back tomorrow. We'll talk.
So that's how it works? Well then. My hairstyle, or the lack thereof. Alright, well, that was pleasant. The audio glitch is still around, but it only lasted for a couple of minutes. I kind of feel like I have it locked at 30 frames, because I don't exactly have the extra CPU horsepower. I have the GPU power. Excuse me. Like I said before, in gaming, it's not always about just a graphics card. Everybody's always like, what's your graphics card? What's your graphics card? Because video games, we think graphics. Oh, trust me, you need a good CPU as well. So much that is the reason I cannot double my frames per second. Literally, I could double my frames if I had a stronger CPU. That's huge. But I did a couple of things, and very subtle ones for the graphics. And from the couple of minutes I did play, I do find it could be the placebo effect, but I don't know, it just seems to be maybe running a bit better, like overall. It's kind of hard to tell. It's going to take some time, like a good couple of hours of playing to really... What? Who are you?
Doing what?
A business opportunity. Cargo transport. Get from A to B, quick and quiet. Interested?
Send the job to a fixer.
You ought to run this by a fixer first.
Fuck the middleman. They're cash drained.
Attitude like that won't get you far in this line of work.
I don't need a consultant. I need a transporter. Will you do it or not?
I'm listening.
It's simple. You go to the Kabuki waterfront, collect the package, give me a call, then I tell you how to deliver it. Very straightforward.
Yeah. Everything
Ethernet.
except my pay.
Don't worry. There's a bonus in it.
Haven't heard this much
Imported
badass
and duty-free.
profanity in a while.
Duty
Yeah.
free and detail free.
I want to watch your stream, but I don't
Yes,
want to
but
spoil the
altogether
game for
fair.
myself yet.
It's a simple job, generously compensated.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm
You
doing a
accept?
story, I mean, that
Yeah,
obviously
sure, I'm
would
in.
spoil it.
Good. I knew we'd find acceptable terms.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch
Head
if
to
you
the
care about
Kabuki
spoilers,
waterfront, then
because
search for a fridge with
this
the
is
words,
huge
"No
spoilers.
future." Once you
What's on my
locate it,
microphone?
collect what you
Crochet.
find
You know how
inside,
people
then
can
call me
knit
for
or
further
crochet?
instructions.
And there's a difference between knitting and
Well, then, I
crocheting.
guess.
That's what this is. I want it to be different. It's like a style. It's like people with their cell phone covers and shit like that. Or tattoos. I wanted to express myself. Custom made. You know what I mean? So I wanted to do that because everybody and their mother that buys this microphone, this is a very iconic microphone. I kind of wanted a subtle yet loud look. I've explained that before. Where you see the microphone, you're like, whoa, never seen that before. But you've seen the microphone before. But I didn't want to just look like everybody else and their mother's aunt's sister's cousin that has the same microphone. So I wanted to stand out a little bit. It's out now. That's what this is. This is what we're discussing. I mean, the first 20 minutes was about other stuff there, but this is 104 right here. It's out. It's live. Rest in peace to my grandpa. He just died in a ladder accident. What the fuck? I was there. His last words were, "Don't move the ladder." Why do this is gonna sound really bad, but why do I have a bad feeling that you're fucking with me? Well, if it makes you feel better, my family's been dead for decades. I'm pretty much all that's left.
Here to see Rogue. Expecting me.
Yeah, you know I was just here 5 minutes ago.
Hey, Rogue. I'm back. What about Hellman?
2, please.
Yes, it is.
Make some room. Sit down.
So the 1.04 update for this game is about 17 or 18 gigabytes. For me on PC, it was
We
only
found him.
like 1.4 gigs.
Don't
It was
see that
incredibly
often.
small.
Determination like yours. Must really
I figured
need
it
this
was.
guy.
Matter of life and death.
Haven't heard that for a while either.
It's Keanu Reeves. Sorry. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. Such an amazing human being as well, like just as a person, Keanu Reeves.
Go ahead.
And he makes badass fucking movies. So you put that all in the mix, fuck, what's there not to like? I don't think there's any people
Thanks, but I'll pass.
that don't like this guy.
Hell's wrong with you?
Good stuff. You're lost.
Okay, shut up, Keanu was talking.
Thanks, Nix.
Me, I'm not sexy. You're talking about
Queen
Keanu.
of the afterlife.
Maybe.
Who would have thunk?
Got a shard for you. Intel. Interesting stuff.
I don't even know what that means, to be honest. Pog? There's
see
a
what you
game I
got.
used to play called Pog. It was like a chip and you threw it. No. Believe you
Your
me,
helmet's not on any payroll, not
there's nothing
officially
sexy
anyway,
about me.
But he does pop up in GNT's confidential stacks. It's a Kang Tao subsidiary, Chinese corp. Kang Tao's been using them as a fig leaf for years. They're masked for more sensitive operations. All that clear?
Probably keeping him hidden from Arasaka. Must have worked on a top-secret project.
Mm-hmm. Hidden from Arasaka or any other megacorp that wants what he knows. Decrypted map of upcoming Kang Tao convoy routes.
Think Hellman might be in
Is
one
she?
of them?
I have no idea.
Thing is, which one?
Take a
If
look
she
at the
is.
specs on this one. A lone AV, no ground support, no linked cargo manifests either.
Weird.
Sure, Kang Tao sometimes transports stuff unregistered if they want to push it under the table.
But
Catch the load on this AV. Already approved in the system, but
no cargo on board.
But there's a
Passenger list, security,
Okay.
blah, blah, blah.
Our
Yeah,
boy
we're
Hellman.
trying to do a thing.
That was the good news.
Yada,
There
yada,
it
yada.
is.
What's the bad news?
So what's the bad news?
That's what I
Bad
said.
news is the extraction site. Look, Night
Yeah,
City.
there's going to be lots of security.
No
You're
way
going to
to
have
jack
to
the
go in there
transport without the
quiet, blah, blah,
NCPD
blah.
picking up
I
on
get
it.
it.
But right here's Jackson Plains. Narrow corridor, just outside the city and just out of Kang Tao's reach.
Guess it's your lucky day.
Dead zone. I'll grab him there.
Gonna need a native to the area. Someone who'll set up the op, cobble together the gear.
So a native. Know any Hickmerks?
Just one. Pan Am Palmer. She can't count on her clan anymore, but she's a true nomad. She knows those lands. And she will help you.
Okay,
Won't
good.
have a choice? Does not sound enticing. Not for her and not for me.
Enticing comes at a price you can't possibly afford.
Me, no.
Can't
But I
possibly
don't talk
afford to
about
blow
that
this
stuff
chance in
anyways.
nabbing Hellman.
Your operation, your call.
Got a bad feeling, V.
It's kind of funny. The things that most people would talk about, I don't talk about them. I like to keep a little bit of
Pick up a
mystery.
pace.
Shut your mouth. When it comes to money, it's kind of weird to answer that. You actually ask a really good question, which I can ask. Can you tell I'm distracted? Which I can answer, but it's a
Can't
little
be trusted if her
convoluted.
clan banished her. Sorry, just not willing to pay you for help like that.
Actually, she walked away. Said it was about the family, its future,
Future
nomad
nomad.
ideals, blah, 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 blah. I stopped listening a few words in.
Thought you preferred to know who you're dealing with.
Fortunately, not my biz, not yours. Pan Am's Cape.
Yeah, okay, so she can help me. That's great.
Why's Pan Am gotta help me? I sense a catch. Pretty big one.
Occasionally, Pan Am moves merch for me. Last job?
Obviously, I'll answer your question once
Wasn't
all
a
this
good day for her.
babbling's done.
She run into a hitch?
Complete
Remember, this
bust,
is a huge
actually.
RPG game.
Lost the goods and her ride. Pan Am will do anything to get the load back.
I bet
Means
she
her
will.
dignity.
Anything to get the
Okay.
load.
Guess I can try to help her.
That really
We don't know
sounded
where to
dirty,
look, I mean,
but this
we
is
do.
Cyberpunk after all.
I do.
Fine. Let me hear what you know.
Oh,
Rocky
jeez.
Ridge, ghost town just outside Night City.
Pan Am knows where.
We'll go
Good.
there.
So Pan Am
Naturally,
is this
we'll
girl,
call her
and she can help
first.
us. She's a
Then-
nomad. That's what I
fine.
caught on
Let's get
to.
out
All
of
clear.
here.
And
Thanks.
that's it.
Good luck.
Okay. Let me get out of here first. I gotta call Pan Am. Apparently, I just magically have her number.
gonna puke?
Hello?
That was creepy.
This Pan Am? V here.
V who? V where?
V for Vendetta.
This number.
That's what I want to know. I don't even know.
From Rogue.
Oh, great. Fuck.
No, we
Old
just met.
warhorse wanna
Doesn't
kick
work
me
that way.
now.
Forget Rogue for a minute. I want to help you.
Oh, very kind. But it's far too little, far too late. So do tell Rogue she can eat my shorts.
Tell it to your therapist. Calling about your ride and the merch you lost. Interested? Or are you gonna tell me to eat your shorts too?
The rail freight yard on Bonita Street. The one hugging the city line. We'll meet there.
See ya.
God, finally, maybe I can get a word in. It's almost uncomfortable when I can't talk. So let me get out of here, and then I'll look at the chat and I'll answer that thing about the money. It'll show you something interesting that a lot of people don't know. Is it safe to go out this way? To be honest, To be honest with you, for a few minutes, I almost don't even feel like doing the mission right away. Just because I kind of... Oh, my police car's still there. This thing looks pretty cool. It's the police. Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. So about the money. Here's what's cool about YouTube. Do you make a decent amount of money as the subscribers raise? Oh, man. It's actually kind of a complicated question to answer. And the reason is this. So, I'm at 12,000 subscribers now. Good for me. Been at it for 2 years. Almost to the day. When Red Dead Redemption 2 came out is when I went balls to the wall with this shit. And obviously when I started off with Red Dead Redemption, I had like 3 subscribers. I had nothing. But my channel was open for like 15 years. Then I hit like 1,000 subs. Then I got monetized within 6 months. Got my 4,000 hours of watch time on my channel, which you're supposed to get in an entire year. And I was worried that I couldn't even get like 100 hours. I'm like, who the fuck's going to want to listen to me for 4,000 hours? But then in 1 month, I almost get double that. People watch my shit almost 7,000 or 8,000 hours a month. It's insane. I don't know how it happens. And then I would look at like my overall views that I would get per month on my channel. When I was at 1,000 subs. When I was at like, let's say 5,000 subs. And now all the way up to 12,000 subs. So we'll do, well, maybe 1, 6, and 12, because that's more like mathematically, okay? So 1,000 sub, 6,000 sub, 12,000 sub. This is important. The overall average viewership that I get on my channel every month between those 3 tiers of subscribers isn't necessarily night and day more. But the money for the same amount of those views has gone up a noticeable amount. So I'll give you an example. I average about 250,000 views a month on my channel. And obviously it wasn't always like that. You know, at one point it was more like 180 or 170, right? So yeah, the more subscribers you have, the more views you get generally, the more money you get generally, but not necessarily because more people are subscribed to you, because you think that they're going to watch you more. Sometimes a lot of people just subscribe to you to support you, but they're not necessarily going to watch a lot of your content. People will subscribe to you for a number of reasons. I have a few people that subscribe to me only because of my Batman shit. I have some people that subscribe to me that are from my Twitter, from my political rants on Twitter. They're like, oh, here's a guy who thinks like me. I'm going to support him and subscribe to him on their YouTube. They don't give 2 shits about video games, right? Which will also answer the other question. 12,000 subscribers, 6 fucking people in the live stream. You have to remember, why is it that I have the subscriber count that I have, but only 4, 5, 6 people in a live stream? There's a million of different reasons, and the answer that you're looking for is real simple. Either people don't want to fucking watch me, they don't know that I'm live streaming. That's just not quite what they subbed to me to begin with. I've been doing YouTube for 2 years. I've been live streaming for like 5 months. It's still a newish thing, right? But to get back on task with the money thing, so let's say 250,000 views used to bring in like $350, $400-ish dollars. Now with barely more views overall per month, I can see sometimes, not always, double that almost. And it's the CPM, I think. It's the cost per million. I don't know. In other words, I'm going to simplify it because I'm not good at explaining shit. You have 2 people. They both have 1 million views a month on their channel. Okay? 2 people. They each get exactly 1 million views on their channel a month. One is making $5,000 a month. The other one's making $7,000 a month. That's my point. They both have the same amount of subs. They both have the same amount of views. Watch time, everything, same amount of ads. What's the difference? The CPM or the PPM or one of those acronym things that I fucking forget. And that's a huge factor. Now to tap into even further with what you were saying, do you get paid more the more subscribers you have? The more subscribers you have, the higher up the algorithm ladder you're going to climb. That's why thumbs up are actually really important. And I mention that at the end of my videos now. When you like my thing, it's not just to make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It actually tells Google, who owns YouTube, hey man, looks like this guy, puts a lot of work into his channel, and he's actually getting like a lot of thumbs up there. That's feedback. Okay, so Phil's about here, PewDiePie is all the way up there. We're going to bring Phil up just a little bit up that algorithm ladder. And what that essentially means is pretty simple. They're opening the dam, the floodgate. Just let that bitch flow. Like a dam. Let the water flow. When people search for key items, I am more likely to be found than being lost in the shuffle. Let's be real. I'm an absolute nobody in the world of YouTube. I'm not Angry Joe Show. I'm not Jacksepticeye. I'm not PewDiePie. I'm not Jack Black. I am literally a nobody. It's not an insult. It's not self-depreciation. It's a fact. I'm nobody. I believe you start to become somebody once you hit at least 100,000, and even then, there's bazillions of channels with 100,000+ subscribers. But, so that's what's interesting about that. So I know that was a bit of a long-winded answer, but it's actually quite a complex question, but which has quite a complex answer to it. There's a lot of variables that influence how much you're going to get paid. There's also another thing. If you're good with telling YouTube that there's a bit of foul language, like they give you the power to tell them if you feel it's suitable for most advertisers. If YouTube finds that you're saving them a lot of time because you're actually accurate with your report at the end of every video that you upload, you actually get rewarded with that. And one of those rewards is you get paid better. So your CPM goes up again. So that's, like I said, a huge thing. But to make a living off this, for me to get off of disability, for me to be fully self-sustaining and just be done with it, I can tell you about how many views a month I would need to be able to survive forever. And it's not nearly as much as you think. Based on my current CPM, if I got about 350,000 views a month, 350,000 views, I personally know people that get that in a single video in less than a day. That's one video. I'm looking for the entire month, 100 plus uploads to tally up to that 350,000 views a month. That's really not that much. Like, it is, but it isn't. It's not anything to brag about. But if I had that amount of views on my channel consistently every month, I would no longer be on disability. I would be fully self-employed, running my life on YouTube. Fully 100% self-sufficient, non-reliant on the government. I think it's doable. Am I going to be the next PewDiePie? Of course not. Am I going to be the next Dr. Disrespect, the next Jacksepticeye? No, of course not. I also don't want to. I want to be the next me. The next better version of me. You know what I mean? I just want to be able to make ends meet, as the expression goes. I don't need to get rich. I don't need to get famous. I just need to be able to comfortably afford my medication for my health, to be able to eat properly, have a roof over my head, and that's it. And that is pretty much it. And the rest is all gravy on the mashed potatoes, as we have a little bit of jitter here, which is what I wanted to explore a little bit. Now, what I do notice with this game when that starts to happen is if you reboot your computer or the game, I find it gets rid of a lot of the hiccups. Sometimes I go through bouts in this game where there's a lot of lag. Like a lot of stutters. And when that happens, if I quit the game, like I said, or quickly reboot my computer, it fixes it. Do I go down here? No. New message.
What? How's that even possible?
Yeah, it's you know what I mean? What was that? It's a complicated thing, but based on my personal CPM, 350,000 views a month, and it would fully replace my my disability. That's what I know. The average person would probably... the average person would probably want closer to about 500,000 views. 400,000, 500,000 views a month. That's still a big chunk, man. That's almost 500,000 views. Like, that's a lot. But, fuck, I'm already, like, most of the way there. You know what I mean? I'm already pushing 250. I almost had a 300,000 view month in November, right? So, I mean, it's possible. My little old ass with 12K. So that's why when people come in, they go, this guy's got six viewers, 12,000 fucking subs, fucking loser. Yeah, fucking loser. Trust me. I'm smiling inside because they don't know that this channel, this stream with 6 people in it, lots of gravy on the potatoes at the end of the month. Lots of them. With the stuffing and everything. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that was not a car. Let's look at the journal. Side jobs. Gigs. Completed. No new cars. So cars that you steal, you can't put them in your garage, sadly. I'm probably not going to do another mission, to be honest. It's already almost been an hour. I might play a little bit of Division, but what I'm going to do is just kind of cruise around for a bit. And I'm going to show you, actually, another car. And what we're going to do is we're going to go on a ride. We're going to do this. Hold down the V button. These are all the cars that I bought, or motorcycles that I've purchased. I know it's a small icon, but it kind of gives you a little bit of a gist of some of the cars that you can buy. They're pretty cool. At least I think so. I mean, that's my car, you know what I mean? I own that shit. It's so cool. The Avenger. The inside looks pretty cool, too. It looks cool, but it's a little bit tight inside, like for view. It's got a really thick window panel thingamathing for the body. So I don't really like the look inside the car too much for this one, but overall I like it. So we're just gonna go for a bit of a cruise. And like I said, I'll probably play some Division, maybe just for a little bit. Hey, I got him. Okay, that's great. You'll randomly get messages about new cars that you can buy, by the way. See, so this is fairly smooth so far. A couple of hiccups for sure. Oh, random check. I know you all want me to do something about that. I'm gonna bring a whole new meaning to police brutality. You never even saw it coming. Your head, your arm. Want some of this, cowboy? What's up? Oh, look how fast that is. Boom, boom. Look at that. Some psycho shit right there. You know you wanted to see this. Oh! Oh, lost his head. Another one. Oh, we got a purple. No, we're gonna have to wait till we clear them all out. Woo! Oh, another one. Oh, his head just like went flying over the car. Who keeps shooting me? But you'll notice how pretty smooth that is. There's a reason I activated God mode with the trainer. Because I just wanted to have fun. And it was also to legitimately test the performance with a lot of explosions, a lot of heads flying all over the place, and God knows what else is flying around. Bunch of limbs. But we've got a weapon in here. Hey, listen. Fucking kung fu you're at. Oh, you're lucky I missed. What's up? Oh, he lost his leg. And now the head. See? Runs pretty smooth. I thought this was exciting. What's not so fun, though, is that weapon. Can't get the weapon. But what we can do... Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out. We're gonna improvise. Huh? Smart thinking. There we go. I wanted my purple loot. And now you might think to yourself, oh no, my car's destroyed. Oh well. Let's pick up another one. Sometimes it's a bit wonky depending on where you're stuck. Oh no. Okay. He's just stuck in traffic. It's because it's spawned, right? Get it? And the physics thing, so that's still glitchy like that. Okay, seriously? Out. I put a scratch on the car. Let's see if I can take out the tires. Tires are splash proof. Yo, got a Quadra 66 up for sale. That's what I'm talking about. More vehicles. Anyways, was that pretty wild, that action? Like in terms of how well it performed, did it look like it was lagging and chopping up while all that was going on? To me, it looked pretty smooth. That was actually like, that was 99% of the reason why I did that. So when you're just standing still, barely doing much, and it lags really bad, but then you can like have cars blowing up, kill a bunch of people, massive firefight, and there's no lag, what does that teach you? That the game is capable of running that well consistently on my computer once it's been properly updated.
My name is Dakota Smith. If
Okay.
you're looking for jobs out here, you will find them with me.
What nation you ride with, Dakota?
The Aldecaldos. But I do not ride anymore.
I'm V. Rode with the backers.
You rode.
Now that things got exciting, I think everybody
now?
left and the chat
I
went
don't.
quiet.
I see. We will be in touch.
Unless
V.
people are in a trance and they're just enjoying it. Hopefully. But this was kind of a nice change of pace. This is actually the first time since I've got the game that we've kind of stepped outside of the mayhem of the city where most of the game takes place. Right? It's a very, very heavily dense, heavily packed, you know, city with, I believe, 6 districts that are quite unique. And then when you look at the map, it kind of looks like it's all blacked out, like it's not like lit up on the map. In my opinion, they kind of did a bad job with the map, unless this unlocks later properly. But as you could tell, there are places to go. There's actual quests and missions and whatnot to do. But for whatever reason, it doesn't look like well, you know, lit up. Like, you know, this map here, it's like it's lit up. I don't know if that made any sense. It just kind of looks a bit eh. I'm not a huge fan of the map, I guess is what I'm getting at. I kind of like a map like The Witcher 3 or GTA 5 or even Skyrim. This one's kind of like what is this? I don't get a clear, like, where does the map end? Like, can I go here? Like, what's going on, you know? So I'm not a huge fan of the map. Anyways, I'm having a blast. Hopefully that little bit of excitement with the katana blade brought up for how slow the stream was in the beginning. I have a gecko for sale. What? Is that a car or an animal? In this game, you never know. Apparently that's a good person. I'm so confused. So I guess we are supposed to kill them? Can't say I've had that happen before. Now this isn't a glitch though, because when you put your cursor over them, he actually goes like blue, like It might be a glitch. I don't think it is. There's some NPCs I don't think you're supposed to kill.
Yeah, that's weird.
He's friendly. That's why. He's not an enemy. Okay. They're just an enemy to each other. Let's see if I can blow up the car. Whoops. Look at all that smoke effect. No lag. That's impressive. Oh, what? Now you're angry? Now you want to lose your... Fuck, where'd your head go? Where the fuck did his head go? Oh, well, fuck him. He was friendly, then he got angry. He drew the line at me messing up with the car. That looks like an interesting car. I like that all the cars kind of feel different too. It's not just like generic. Anyhow. Tyrone, if you're still in here, what'd you think of that katana slicing up those baddies with cars exploding? I think everybody's passed out. Best part of the stream, and now everybody's quiet. Yeah, we'll bring this to an end soon.
Easy now, or you will be neutralized.
Enemy contact! I'm engaging!
How come I can't... Well, he's hostile. He's fucking shooting me.
Man down! Take their position!
Oh, could it be their armor is too high? No, that wouldn't make any sense. Now can I do it? That could be a glitch. Or maybe his armor's too thick for a katana. But not for a shotgun.
Units lost!
That's interesting. Well, he doesn't look as heavily armed. And that's why I was able to... There you go. Completely incapacitate him with the sword. Okay, that's what it was. Oh! Where'd his head go? Oh yeah, and all of a sudden... But did you see that earlier with the police? When they tried killing me and I just went kung fu shitting all over him? Anyways, I just like goofing around. You know what I mean? I like having fun. This is kind of relevant to, you know, showing some gameplay. Showing like a bunch of explosions there with like the cops and then me going like all over the place and, you know, just kind of like running and, you know, double jumping and, you know, without like my computer crashing or the frames going all like, you know, like all choppy and stuff. It shows you that this game is capable of running decently. It's trying to prove to people the argument that I got into with people on Twitter today that depending on your setup, this game can be playable. Assault in progress. Neutralize the... Oh, apparently I didn't finish it. Like, I don't think people understand how much fun I'm having. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, oh my god, I had a lot of fun. This here, for me personally, despite all the bugs, is just a little bit more up there. I'm having a little bit more fun. I'm not saying this is a better game. I'm just talking from like a pure, you know, having fun. Like fun factor wise. Just getting in, doing shit. This is it. This is it for me. I can't remember the last time I played a video game that aroused me this much. I really don't. I cannot think of it. I've played a lot of amazing games. Ghosts of Tsushima. Let's not forget Ghosts of Tsushima. Let's not forget The Last of Us Part 2. Oh, those are such good games. Like, they're so good. This does just something a little different. You know? Just a little bit different. We've seen the katana. We've seen people's brains scatter. Ooh! Arms flying off. It's a good time. That's right. No, you want this one. There's the head. Looks like an interesting car. I still think that's only a smoke grenade, eh? Philminator upright. Yes, that's a nice car. Is it completely first person or can you toggle? Only in the car. So when you're in, I was going to say when you're in first person mode. When you're on foot, it's first person exclusive. Oh, nasty, nasty. Let's try this. Oh, let's try it. I don't know why I'm so excited. I'm all like, ooh. This is exciting. For so many reasons. Oh, it's a gas grenade. Or, yeah, like poison. Not lagging, dropping my frames or anything. Well, if it makes you feel better, I'm only going to be playing this game for another couple of minutes and I'm not doing any story. I'm just cruising, I'm just wasting time. This is like all about the open world. There's nothing being spoiled. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm literally not talking to anybody, no NPCs. I'm showing off some cars here and there, sure. A little bit of gameplay, but nothing that's what I would deem as spoiler-ish. Let's see if there's anything in here. Door's locked, can't get in. Usually if the door's locked, the door's locked. Like there's no way around it. Alright, let's finally make it to our destination. A little bit of off-roading action. And the fact that the desert, the barren area, has a lot of people just hanging out, a lot of hostiles. You don't see that a lot like in GTA 5. If you were playing GTA 5 right now, single player mode, you don't see this shit. There's no action. Everybody runs away from you. Here, everybody's trying to kill you. What do we got going there? Who should get it?
Like sheep to the slaughter!
Death by electric grenade. Oh, he's still alive. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you in pain? Hold still. Your neck is pretty strong. But not your legs. Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. How far into this game? How far into this are you? Not far. 10%. Have you ever played Quantum Break? Yes, I just started the game today and I've played like 4 hours. It's really good. Yeah, it's a good game. For the style there, it's a good game. Yeah, are they just passive NPCs? Well, they weren't hostile. Not everybody's out to try to kill you. But they will fight back, unlike, you know, Grand Theft Auto NPCs. Grand Theft Auto 5 is a great game, but post-game, open world, single player, it's shit. There's no threat. I'm driving in a goddamn desert, and I can't go 2 minutes without there being a potential conflict with someone on the side. Like that's amazing. It's the same thing with Red Dead Redemption 2. Look at this, again. More people. Now, not everybody's out to try and kill you, but that is a badass SUV. You know it's coming.
Welcome to Night City.
You're ugly.
He's coming for me.
Hey, hey, hey.
Head down! Keep it together!
And all the weapons in the game have different elemental damage. Yeah, so that was a glitch. Some do electric, physical damage. Yeah, so it's still a little bit glitchy. We're seeing a little bit of that jank there now. Ooh. See, like, this is just a regular gun. Regular gun, nothing fancy, but it does electric damage. I like things like that in the game, you know? It's like even the shotgun. I think the shotgun's just physical. Okay, you want to play with the melee? Oh, batters up. Oh, the ground swallowed his head. So despite those couple of people that were skywalking in the middle of the air, it was still playable. Hey, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm almost done. I don't know if I even want to keep going, like streaming. Maybe for a little bit. I mean, there's 7 people in here. My car hovers. Really? What am I paying for exactly? Because the only thing I see is your mama paying for your funeral. Who said that? They know better. They ran off. They're like, fuck this. I guess that's one of the superpowers from my car. can hover in midair. I'd be ashamed if somebody took this. It's the police. I'm on a big single-player binge lately. Just beat Control, which was a lot of fun. Have you played it? No. Now I'm going to Quantum Break. Give me the recommendations for good action stories I can play.
Been mentioned. Check it out.
I really like Mad Max. If you haven't played that, that's in my opinion, a really good game that's underrated. Mad Max, Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us Part 2, like in recent memory there. See, we still got a little bit of jank. Oh no, that's a robot. I was like, oh, I thought that was like floating debris or something.
So, as much as I need you for this new gig, I know you need the adrenaline hit even more. There is a car sitting in the middle of a minefield out in the Badlands. I need you to grab it for me. The chances of you exploding aren't zero, but let's face it, isn't life one big minefield anyway? Details are in the attachment.
I mean, I guess this is a mission. But to be honest with you, this is a side mission. You know what I mean? Anyways. Gonna do one last thing and I'm gonna jump into another game. So we're gonna go here. We can mod our weapon, put an attachment. We're gonna put a let's put a nice little scopey scope on this thing. Yeah, let's do this. Let's add a muzzle. Let's add some mods. Eliminates vertical recoil when aiming. Oh, that's pretty powerful. What other mod could we put on there? Hitting a target reduces the damage received by them by 20%. So we modded it. It. And, just go. Oh, there you go, just in time. Like, look at that gunplay. Like, I mean, I feel like I'm playing Destiny, Rage, all these other games all in one. Like, it's just so badass. What the fuck is shooting at me? Who goes there? Oh, there's a clue. Oh, right, we gotta do that. To scan it.
Another gonk who thought fate smiled on him.
Probably smiling himself before he OD'd on Maelstrom
Keanu Reeves.
That's what you get for sampling Maelstrom's supply. Strongest shit out there. Nothing else that could fire up their burnt-out synapses. Poor bastard. His output's probably out in Albuquerque, waiting, unaware little Jiro's brain turned to jelly.
Anyways. So I am going to end it here. Hello, Big Shrek. How's it going? I'm going to ask you a question. Because it's pretty obvious and you've already seen it. Do you want to hear Do you want to hear a mild spoiler about Keanu Reeves as to why he appears like a hologram like that? Whoops. Where the fuck did he go? Well, that's the thing. I don't know if everybody does. I wanna make sure nobody's got an issue. It's not like a oh my god thing. Because it's no surprise that he's in the game. It's been in the trailers. It's not like a... I don't even know if it's considered a spoiler, to be honest. It's more of a... Oh, okay. Kind of moments. Okay, well, in 3, 2, 1, I'm going to tell you why Keanu Reeves appears like a hologram. If you do not wish to hear this, I repeat, if you do not wish to hear why Keanu Reeves appears throughout the game as a hologram that you talk to. Don't watch the stream or mute it for about a couple of minutes. Go take a piss or something. Because it's bugging me. I want to share it with people. Okay, here we go. Here we go. A couple people left. Alright. So the reason Keanu Reeves appears to us as a hologram is because... last chance to get out or mute it for a couple minutes. Because in the game, when you're playing, something happens. That part I won't tell you. Something happens. And then you control Keanu Reeves. You do like a 10-minute bit, a little bit of story. Again, I'm not going to tell you because that's more spoilerish. And then you come back to your body, to your main character here. And you're now tied in with Keanu. And the reason that is because this game is based on, you know, cyber technology with the chips that you put in your head and all that kind of stuff, right? And somehow, Keanu Reeves' entity, if you will, ends up getting crossed with your chip. So he's kind of living in you. How it happened, I won't say. The sequences of events that leads up to that, I won't say, because that's more of a... so that when you see it unfold for yourself, you're like, oh, wow. Right? So that's why he appears as like a hologram. He's only in your thoughts. Nobody else can see him. Nobody else can hear him. Only you can. So that's the story behind that. He's inside your brain. How that happens, I won't say again, because that's actually almost cooler than what I even just told you. But yeah. It's because it's kind of obvious from the gameplay, right? As to, like, what's all that weird blue stuff. Like, it's almost like a... like, it's obvious that he's a hologram. He's not like a real person actually there in front of you. That's almost like a dead giveaway. It's because he's in your brain. That's why, in like your memory chip thingy. And he is very much alive. So that's that. So I'm going to end this part of the stream like this game. That is, I think I've played enough. An hour and a half. Actually, no, that's a lie. The first 20 minutes I was rambling on about some political shit. This was an hour. I did an hour. And it was pretty good. There's no audio crackling. We had a couple of instances of a bit of stutter. We had a couple of people floating up momentarily in midair. When I parked my car at one point, it looked like it was hovering above ground. Again, little glitches, but the overall gameplay was pretty smooth. I want to confidently say that after the half hour I put in and the hour that I've put in since patch, there is absolutely an improvement. Like an overall, you know what I mean? General improvement, I want to say. Instances where I went hog wild with the katana. When I went at the cops there, when nobody was talking, maybe nobody was watching. That's the part of the stream I was hoping people would have seen. Maybe they saw it and were just being quiet. That's okay. A lot was going on that screen. Lots of explosions and didn't lose a single frame. That's really cool. Like, that's really awesome. Because I promise you, pre-patch, that probably might have been a little problematic. Big Shrek, well, goodbye then. I am playing another game. I just don't know how long I'm going to play it for. It's just I got a big mouth. I like talking. There's still a couple of people hanging out. Makes it kind of a little bit more worthwhile. When it's just me talking to myself, it's not worth it as much. It's not like I really had anything else I wanted to do. So I'm just like, whatever, I might as well just kind of hang out. Just relax. That's what I like to do at night, especially, is kind of relax. Not that running around, getting into fights with people is relaxing. Well, actually, it is relaxing, but I meant laid back. I usually like to be a bit more laid back at night. I would probably never play something like Call of Duty online, is what I'm getting at. At night. So this is the Division 2. It's on PC. And as you could probably tell, because I was at my desktop. And I'm really enjoying this game. I played it when it first came out on console. Had a blast. I did the whole, like, Tom Clancy's Breakpoint. Do I play Tom Clancy's The Division? Same people, Ubisoft. They're both online-only games. Which one do I do? Which one has more replay value in it for just kind of like going around, mucking around, doing whatever? I'm very much struggling, like I said, with time, unfortunately. Time is not on my side. I know I sound like a broken record and I go on about this so much, but it's because it's a big, big fucking deal. And I've been dedicating a lot more time to playing guitar. That's been taking up a lot of my time, and I enjoy that, to keep up with it. And I just find, like, as much as I miss WoW, as much as I think about WoW, as much as I identify myself primarily as being a WoW gamer, like if someone said, of all the things you do on YouTube and Twitter, and just like overall, what's the one thing you would want people to know you as? You know, when you're gaming. Like, oh, the guy that does this, the guy that does that. Just a casual guy that plays, just a casual guy that plays World of Warcraft would be the first thing I'd want people to think of. Because it's like my main game. It's the game I've got over 120,000 hours. 120,000 hours. That's a lot of time. But it's a little too much, even though I'm not really competitive. It's a little much for me. And so here I am with the Division 2. I'm kind of looking for another online-ish, casual-ish game that's not as grindy, that doesn't require as much dedication, because I don't plan on doing PvP in this game. And I get that in World of Warcraft I don't have to do PvP. But it's what I've been doing for 16 years. I love World of Warcraft. Like, it's... You know what I mean? But unfortunately, I have other priorities that I want to focus on. And WoW is not a friendly game that you can step away from often and come back to it.
This task force is off to a pretty rough
and
start.
Leave off.
They have a lot of history, I guess.
Where you left off, or catch up where you left off.
I feel for Rhodes. I know what it's like to want to hunker down and try to ride out the storm. Can't do it, though. That's not the way the world works. We've been dealt a shitty hand, but we still have cards to play. We owe everyone here our best effort.
Not too much chatting. We had a lot of that.
Let's find Keener.
And Cyberpunk.
And bring him to justice. We're the Division. We don't quit.
I'll divide your head if you keep talking. Okay. So this game, in my opinion, is a really cool game. I like it a lot. It runs at 60 frames. You're seeing it at 30, though, because my computer, I'm streaming, I got a DSLR camera. My streaming software and my camera alone, I've talked about this before, takes up 17% of my CPU alone. Then tack on YouTube, one web browser, about 3%. That shit takes up more power from my CPU than the bloody game itself, or about the same. And that's wild. And I'm on a 7-year-old computer, for the most part. But if you see my frames at the bottom, ultra settings, I'm running at 60 frames. So that's another reason why I like this game. It runs really good. You know what I mean? Like, it just plays well. You can play an activity with up to 3 other players, group up with friends. Safe house, public spaces, of base of operations settlements. Being part of a clan is handy too. Matchmaking allows you to easily find players to group up with. Or you could play solo. If grouping up with other players is not your thing, you can always play solo. Almost all the activities in this game can be played solo. So that's what I like about this, for the exception of raids, of course, and competitive modes like the Dark Zone, where while even not in a group, you can still run into other players. Like, that's amazing. In other words, there's something for everyone. Here's a real player right here. But it's also because we're in a hotspot, and that's why he disappeared, because he probably just accepted a mission. Once you step outside the zone, it's instant. It's your shit. It's all on you now. And this is the new expansion, by the way, that came out a little while ago, called Warlords. I almost said Warlords of Draenor in World of Warcraft mode. Warlords of New York. See, we could do the 4v4 quick play. Okay, so there's nothing going on there. I don't really know what I'm doing, by the way. Did I mention that? It's just a nice little fun game, in my opinion. It could be as casual or as hardcore as you make it out to be. You kind of pick your poison. Now, we can't go back to Washington, D.C. As you could see here, in other words, to travel back to the mainland, we must finish this campaign. I think it's going to be a great story. Yeah, so I do have to do the... How do I mark it again?
Agent in need of backup.
I could have sworn I just... No. Oh, there. Select? Oh my god. I had it. Not fast travel.
We have reports of Kajika operating in the battery...
Parnell was an RP
there we go.
Before he went rogue, so he knows drones inside and out.
We think he's
hey
been
Phil,
using
cool
heavily
game. What is
customized
it?
drones to spy for Keener.
The Division 2. I'm looking
down,
for something to
and we'd like you to
potentially
check out the crash site for anything that
replace
could lead
my
us back
World
to
of
Parnell.
Warcraft online gaming. Something that can be a little bit more casual. Again, this game is running rock solid at 60 frames, and I'm streaming. Like, that's pretty cool. There's also what makes this game a lot of fun. Man, this looks so good.
Former headquarters for government and law enforcement.
It's not easy. It's not overly punishing. There's multiple builds.
Riots here in the early days of the outbreak. Now, it's more like a memorial to the society
It looks
we
good.
lost.
I mean, apart from everything being like all broken up and shit, it just looks cool. And there's a spot in the game where you could do a 100-floor tower, and it's procedurally generated enemies and loot, and you can solo it, and you can fully progress in the game that way, and it brings just a really high replay value. Keep challenging yourself, random procedural objectives and stuff like that. Yes, my real name is Phil. It'd be kind of stupid not for it to be. I am in the zone, I just don't know what I'm doing. You'll have to bear with me here. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, there's our arrow. Okay, never mind. The Division 2. There's random loot. Who's messaging me now? Let me turn off my phone. It's fucking beeping. There. Yeah, so this game can be played solo, co-op, dynamic loot. It's a shooter. It's just butter. A house. Like, wow, 60 frames of goodness. Compared to where we came from in Cyberpunk, no offense. Not that smooth, you know what I mean? Not quite got the horsepower for that. And there's just a lot of random shit like this. These are all NPCs. Oh! Oh, we didn't. Oh. Uh-oh. It's only a semi-automatic, but... Ouch! It's trying to fucking burn me. Boom! Huh? How do you like me now? Oh, I think I can crank it up to almost 90 frames. I have everything pretty much cranked right up. 60 frames is good enough for me. Anything over that is overkill in my opinion. There's just no need for it. I mean, you know, when someone says, is this game demanding? I mean, compared to Red Dead Redemption 2, no. If my computer can run this fully maxed out at 60 frames a second while I'm live streaming, I will have to argue that this game is really not all that demanding at all. But again, that'll depend on
nearby signal
how old is your computer, what hardware do
Coming
you
up on the
got.
drone. Dig out that transceiver, and we'll see where it takes us.
So anyways, the level cap got increased from 30 to 40, and this campaign takes you all the way up to level 40. They did away with the power level and just gave you like straight stats. They just got rid of the gear score, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it does look good. Now, if you compare this to Cyberpunk graphically, it's not that Cyberpunk looks better, it looks different. I mean, maybe it looks better. I mean, that could be subjective, but this game's definitely not ugly. Also, keep in mind when you watch my streams, I have them actually on the lowest quality so that the back and forth banter that we do is the absolute quickest in order to have the absolute lowest latency. So I have it on ultra low latency, so it's near like real-time back and forth. So when I talk, you're almost, it's like 2 seconds after I talk, you actually hear what I just said. If that makes any sense. If I had it on like normal or high, not high latency, but normal, there's ultra low, low, and normal. Normal is the worst. I think it's like almost 10 or 12 seconds behind when I talk that you'll get the message, which can cause a lot of nasty delays when you're trying to type and keep up with the conversation. But it would absolutely increase the fidelity of the stream, like the quality of the graphics would be higher. How much higher? I mean, I don't know. I could test it out maybe next time. I really couldn't tell you. But no one's ever complained that the stream was blurry or, you know, anything like that. I almost got stuck there for a second. But yeah, there's no denying. When you're running a game at 60 frames, God. It's an optical orgasm. You know? It's a sight to behold. It really is. 30 is still very playable. You know? But 60 is kind of like a bonus, you know? It's like getting the pineapple and the bacon and ham on your pizza. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are probably cringing right now. They're like, did he just say that? Are you planning on upgrading your graphics card? Fuck no. Hell no. No, I don't plan on upgrading my... Well, no, that's my holy grail of my computer. My computer is 7 years old minus my graphics card. So my graphics card is an RTX 2070 Super. It cost me almost $1,000 Canadian. $1,000 Canadian, and I bought it less than a year ago. So yeah, no offense, I'm not planning on upgrading my graphics card. I plan on upgrading everything else but my graphics card. You know what I mean? Yeah. No new graphics card for me for at least another... well, it depends how well YouTube goes. I don't want to go too berserk, but... at least a solid 2 or 3 years. I'm going to be going hog wild with...
Electronic device detected.
Oh, I've got more than enough RAM. It's not the fastest RAM, but it was 7 years ago. No, I plan on doing a complete overhaul. Money allowing, of course, and COVID, and I can't really be without a computer for too long, so that's another thing. See, I have a computer, obviously. I have a, like a nice little Corsair tower. And I've got a mini motherboard with a big fat full-size graphics card. But to change the CPU and all that, you gotta change the motherboard because the socket type doesn't match, blah, 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 blah.
Recovering that transceiver is a good start.
I could bring in my computer and save myself money by not buying another SSD, by not buying new RAM, by not buying a new power, by not buying a new power supply. You see where I'm going with this? I could save a lot of money. But I would be without a computer for a long time. And unfortunately, YouTube is literally like my job. It's like I said, we can laugh at how many people come in my live streams or how many there isn't, or how there's nobody in my live streams. But if you just look at that, you might be blown away by how much money I make every month on YouTube. It's actually pretty decent. And I don't want to lose that momentum. So I can't really afford to go without a computer for any long periods of time. Whether it's a week or two while it's in the shop. I don't feel like building my own computer from the ground up, which I normally do, piece by piece. I don't feel like doing it this time. I'll feel too pressured. I'll feel like I'm in a rush, especially with YouTube. I just want the store to do it. So what I plan on doing in the new year, as long as I stop spending money, is just having an entire brand new computer, right from the ground up. Everything, new hard drive, new power supply, nothing 7 years old, new tower, new everything, but the graphics card. Then I'll bring it home. I'll plug it into my monitor that I'm looking at you on right now in the chat. And I'll have the computer I've got right now plugged into my TV that I'm playing on right now. With no graphics card and a brand new computer. And I'll start to slowly bring shit over. I'll start to reinstall Steam. Reinstall my recording software. Make sure all my VSTs for my microphone, my EQ, everything is set side by side so that I can take my time with the new computer and I don't have to rush and stress out about it. And if I need a quick fix, I can just run off to this computer I've been using. And then when everything's up and running, I shut down that bad boy, I rip out the graphics card, I slap it into my new computer, and that's it. And then I keep that computer as like an emergency backup. A game or a computer that can do what it does now is definitely worthy of a backup. To just like keep it. I could sell it, make some money, but yeah. Oh yeah, the next CPU I get, it's like $1,000 CPU. I mean, I'm going hog wild. Everybody talks about graphics cards all the time. And I get it. Graphics card. No, man, I'm going CPU. Heavy CPU. Like, I mean, heavy. I'm getting the 3090 of the CPUs. You see what I'm saying? You know, like how the RTX 3090 is like the holy grail right now. It's like the graphics card. Well, I'm going to be getting whatever the equivalent is in a CPU. Again, my camera, streaming, YouTube, browser open, all that bullshit, recording. It's very hungry for CPU. And games are very CPU. Oh, I don't know the exact thing. Yeah, I have a PS4 Pro. PS4 Pro is still technically my main gaming machine. Okay, sorry. I was getting distracted there, which is fine. I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, I guess I can't go in that door. I got distracted with when I looted that thing as to what I was supposed to do next. And looking on... Like, am I supposed to take this over? Is that the idea? Take that control point back? Well, whatever it is, let's do it. So next year, hopefully, I get a new computer. Be able to crank things up, you know, a notch. I usually can drop down. Well, whatever. There we go. I think it's all the way down. No, I mean, heaven forbid, this game could drop a few frames here and there. Don't forget now, I'm streaming and shit. The graphics are like, I think they're on ultra. So, I mean, and my computer's old. I know I keep saying that, but it's important to mention that. It's kind of a big deal. Oh, that's good. Holy. Die, bitch. Would you fucking die?
You'll pay for that.
Okay, so I didn't come in prepared. I did not think this through. Oh, no, 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 no. Ow! Oh yeah, I'm so fucking dead. Come on. Oh! Right in the noggin. Two-shot that biatch. They're relentless motherfuckers, eh? That was a warning shot. 150k damage. Cyberpunk. What? Certify under Rose. How's it going? Oh, right in the skull. Right up. Oh, I got him. Boom. Shot him in the fuel tank. Oh, shit. Mamma mia. The barbecue is out. Holy fuck. Oh, good. People are coming on my side. That's always nice, eh? No, I think I got you. Boom!
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Right in the gas tank, biatch. Alright. Let's do it up. Gotta get that loot. Who the fuck is shooting at me? Alright. Yeah, no. There we go. Oh, boom. Okay, that's a good guy. For a second, I wasn't too sure. Well, that's great that you know him there. Nice purple smoke. Oh! Nice.
CP captured. Good job.
Excellent. I'll check the stream or the chat in a second there. I didn't want to get distracted.
Reinforcements en route.
Coast is clear. See this
detected.
again? Oh yeah, now that we took it over, we gotta defend it. Ah, fuck.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Where at? Oh, snap. You weren't invited to the party. In the kneecap. Oh no, wrong button. Jump! Kaboom! That never gets old. Peekaboo, motherfucker. Oh, we got him good. Nice.
Maybe they'll stay away from now on.
Supply room access unlocked.
Yeah, that's what I want to hit up. Then I'll look at the chat. And that wasn't even really a part of the story. That's just like random taking control points. It took all that time just to take a control point. You get some decent loot from that. Ah, yes. Loot. And this is for having completed the control point. Right here. Some nice goodies. Ooh. Might be some good stuff. Cyberpunk is unplayable for me on PS4 Pro. Oh, really? Oh, that sucks. I'm fortunately able to play it. I streamed it for an hour there since the patch came out. Anyways, that just kind of gave you a little bit of an idea for The Division. Where am I? Oh, it's been 2 hours. 2 hours. Perfect time to stop it. So first 20 minutes, a little political, whatever. Then I did an hour of Cyberpunk. And I did a good solid, I'm not too good at math, but about a half hour of this. Kind of got a decent little intro into The Division there. Did a little gameplay. Runs pretty decent. Got some new loot. Seeing as we can see, even though that's a 31. It's not as good as mine, except that one's got way higher RPM. I gotta keep that in mind. 24k total damage. That might be the DPS though. Yeah, see? Less damage, but much faster rate of fire. Anyways, I'll look at all that shit, like, on my own. When I have a moment there. I will decide, like, what I keep and, you know, like all this gear and stuff. There's a lot of variables to look at and things to consider. Which I can't do right now. I mean, I technically could, I just don't want to. I want to, like, think over my stats and shit and start shaping my character a little bit more. Hello, Jaden. What do I think of the open world of Cyberpunk? I mean, I'm having a blast. I was just playing it for an hour there, like I just said, post-patch 1.04. I'm having a lot of fun. It's still, you know, a mess. There's no denying that. There is no denying it. Select. I am selecting it.
Recovering
there
that
we go.
transceiver is a good start, but we need more data if we're gonna locate Parnell.
I had an agent drop off their latest surveillance report at a community nearby.
Anyways, I'm pretty
There should
much
be some
done with the
relevant
stream.
data
Like
in
I
there.
said, it's been
You should
2
be able
hours.
to cross-reference the two, then
To
isolate
be honest.
patterns that will point us in the right direction.
Not too bad, you. I kind of just want to relax alone. I don't get a lot of alone time to myself to just do whatever I want. I love streaming a lot, but equally I enjoy not streaming, if that makes any sense. I enjoy, like, not having to feel like I have to keep commentating, looking at the chat all the time, you know what I mean? It's like it's fun, but in a funny kind of way, live streaming can still be a bit of a, like, mental stress. Or not stress, but draining. Right? Sometimes I'll just stare at the sky and I'll do shit like this. And then I'll do stuff like this and I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so that would do that, okay. I could spend 20 minutes doing that shit. No one wants to see that. No one wants to see that. And then sometimes I feel like I can't do everything I want to do, if you know what I mean by that. I feel like I have to play differently a bit, or I have to hurry and giddy up and get into the action, right? People want to see the headshots and limbs go flying all over the place. They don't want to see a dude staring at the fucking menu trying to figure out what fucking pair of pants he wants to wear next, right? So those are some of the little things that I kind of do on my own. But this I'll do quickly. I'll walk up to the I'll walk to that spot I gotta get to. And then I'll log in. Kinda bad, I'm worried about my mum. She's so shit. Oh, no way. That sucks. Because it's such a roll of the dice, eh? Like not knowing how it's gonna play out. Well, we're not doing control points. Right now we're just running. Yeah, unfortunately, with COVID, the vaccine's not quite out yet. It's just starting to get rolled out, I think. And,
Portable electronic device detected.
sometimes people say even if it ends up not being all that bad in terms of your symptoms, it can have a negative impact on some of your organs for like years to come. Like there can be sort of like side effects to the COVID, if that makes any sense. Get me the fuck out of here.
Check in
That
with
was
the community
creepy.
leader. They've been supporting our agents.
I was like, what's going on there? As soon as you hit a safe house in this game, you're literally safe. No enemies can come in, and you can see any other real player in real life that's just hanging about in here.
Faye. I'm sorry about Heather. We shouldn't have cut back on patrol.
Yeah, so this is a perfect spot, literally, for me to end it. Now I'm gonna play some, I'll probably play some Cyberpunk on my own, to be honest. 60? I don't think they're level 60. No, that's something else. What's that 60? Oh, it disappeared. Because the maximum level is 40, actually. So I don't know what that 60 was. Maybe some type of prestige thing. Oh, that's the cat that's meowing. Anyways, just kind of checking it out there. Because this is like a new zone for me, right? This whole Warlords of New York expansion. But yeah. Well, hopefully your mom recovers sooner than later. And that's kind of what sucks, eh? There's just like not much you can do. It's like once you got it, it's like, well, you know, not much you can do to make things better. I don't know what I would do if I had it, but good chance I'd be fucked. Yeah, COVID is a pretty wild thing. Indeed. The good news, though, is an extremely high percentage of people that get it barely get anything. So that's, you know, the good news. There's other viruses out there that we've had that are more lethal, but didn't end up becoming a worldwide pandemic. Thank God for that. So, coronavirus is still pretty nasty. But it's not the nastiest that we've seen. So, that's why a lot of people poke fun at it and go, yeah, we're waiting around for a vaccine on something that only kills 1% of people. I'm not going to get into all the details right now because I'm tired, but it's definitely not like the flu. It's very different. But yeah. Any last quick questions about, well, probably not The Division. That game's been out for a while. But about Cyberpunk. Not that I have all the knowledge in the world about the game, but yeah, like I said, I might go and grab a quick snack. Oh, there's a dog here too. Might grab a snack. And after that, probably come back. I don't know, I might play some more Cyberpunk, try to plow through the missions a bit more. See if I can discover any other missions that are a little bit difficult to do. And then upload a video on it. Again, those are the kinds of videos that do the best on my channel. These random gameplays are the absolute most atrocious on my channel. But yeah, if that's it, nobody's got any questions. Thanks for stopping by. And tomorrow's Saturday. I might be around here and there. If not, it'll be maybe around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern time, if I do come back. Sometimes I like to take the weekend off and just kind of like relax and not do much, like I said. As much as I do like streaming, it's kind of nice to just be able to like focus 100% on your shit. And yeah. Alright, take it easy. And maybe I'll see some of you around tomorrow at some point. Bye for now.